It's called the City Park right now. It brings me back an old memory at the time when me and an old friend. This is shot in out park. It's a city park. And the daytime is a beautiful park. Late, until late at night. Some of them might even be open 24 hours, you know. I like to tell you what the name of this new building is gonna be. I mean, you probably laugh. It's gonna be called World Trade Center. This is where they have pretty good fruit, juice, all kinds of ice creams and different things.
بله.
Hello, viewers. I want to thank you guys for staying with us, and I want to make this video especially for all you viewers. I think it's going to be an interesting topic and issues that I want to speak about. Tonight I came to cruise around the city, the capital, Kabul. Please stay with us as I want to go ahead and explain about some issues. It's been a while, you know, it's been more than like 2 years already. And all this time I've been silent. I mean, there's so much to talk about that I can't basically cover everything up on a single video. But believe me, tonight I made the decision today actually to start up the YouTube channel again. All the videos is gonna be much better than the last time. And I will give my reasons why. Because now there's good security all across the country. And it was one of my dreams and one of my goals to travel all different parts of this country and I record as much interesting videos as I could possibly can. I always wanted to be that person. You know, like earlier I mentioned something about Indiana Jones, one of those like, you know, adventurous movies where I camp out there somewhere on the mountains looking for treasures and stuff like that. You know, I might make a video one day spending a couple of days on the mountains, camping actually. You know, going from one state to another, having a long walk for, I'm talking about miles and miles, looking for different kind of gemstones, all kinds of stuff. And the places that I would name later on was interesting maps and stuff like that, all across different areas. One of the most particularly one of the best, I could say, adventures of my life was always ever since I was a small little boy, when I was a young little child, that I wanted to be adventurous. I always liked traveling to different places, seeing different things. You know, not only the life is short, as we all know there was a song, you know, life is too short. You know, make the best of what you can, or life is what you make out of it, you know. But one of my adventures in life was to learn as much as I can, travel different places, see different things. I once joked with a friend, I said, if I was a millionaire, if I had a lot of money, I would not leave, you know, possibly one place, you know, on planet Earth. I would want to travel to every country in the world that I could possibly can. Let's say Jamaica, Laos, Vietnam, Haiti, Cambodia, Colombia, you name it, and I wanted to visit these countries. Why? Because I was always fascinated by different cultures and different history. I did some reading. I'm not going to say that I was always this wizard kind of guy who did a lot of reading when I was in school. But I can name you one of the books. The problem is a lot of people have not read. It's called Operation Mincemeat. Operation Mincemeat happens to be a British spy story. It was during the Second World War that they used a dead body. I think the person's name was Michael, if I'm not getting it wrong or something like that. I will pinpoint some small details for whoever who actually read this book. The generals that were on Hitler's side, they wanted to be close to him. They kept them as far away from Hitler as possible because they wanted to manipulate him by tricking him in a way. You would have a general who was supporting Hitler's ideas, and what would happen? He would be somewhere else. Someone who wanted to trick him, he would be close to him. Someone who actually wanted to support him, he would be far away from him because they used that. And who was that? I would pinpoint it at the MI6 or MI. It's always British, you know. And I had a conversation with a British officer one time, and he said, I read that book, you know. I found that book pretty interesting. And Ben Mesentry, if I said his name right, Mesentry, he's the one that wrote the book, but the way he wrote the book. Anyway, we were talking about adventure. Tonight, I'm passing by this park. It's called the City Park right now. It brings me back an old memory at the time when me and an old friend, you people know who I'm talking about, the one that left and went to the States. We were together one night when we came to the City Park to record a video. Brothers and sisters, friends, believe me, a lot of things changed. And talking about international news, I know that there's a lot of things that's going on around the world right now, and particularly, I mean, I don't want to sound like BBC World News, but from Afghanistan, I will keep everyone updated on every issue, every topic, what happens over here. But, you know, I myself not going to get involved in political issues and stuff like that. But I will keep you updated about life issues, you know, starting from expenses, welfare system. I know we don't have a welfare system as good, but we have one for small children, I would say. At least that they can support themselves, you know, good enough a little bit. It's kind of sort of like saying, try to keep yourself alive, you know. I decided that I wanted to travel to the city of Kabul tonight and record this video especially for you people, because you guys are my friends and I love you people. I really did miss you people. I missed everyone. And this past 2 years, right now I'm kind of like choked up because I don't even know what I want to say, you know. There's so much stuff on my mind that I want to talk about. I basically want to talk about everything. But what I would do is just record videos. My plan is to record videos, at least like 2 videos a day. And if I can, possibly go on 3. But interesting ones though. This time I'm gonna explore everything. Due to security issues, it's pretty good security now. I can travel possibly anywhere, you know. And one of my things is that I always had this goal and dream to go camping on a mountain one night. We're looking at this famous mosque right here. Across is called the Two Swords. Shoy de Shamshera, we call it an Afghan thing, is on my left side over here. This is a place where a famous incident took place one night, one day. It was called Farkhunda. I feel sorry for the young girl. Her name was Farkhunda. She actually met a tragic end on the street where they basically hurted her a lot, you know, on some false accusations that she had falsely done something, against the law, but I believe it was false information. But this street is named, part of the little area is named Farkhunda. So her memory and her loving memory, I felt sorry for her family, and actually brought me to tears when her brother and her mother spoke about her one time, saying that, dedicate something to my sister. And this is Spencer Hotel. Reminds me memories. Spencer Hotel back in the days, it was one of the best hotels. I remember my father was an engineer. And then across from here is a Plaza Hotel. This was Plaza Hotel over here. And Spencer Hotel and Plaza Hotel, this was back in, let's say, the time of Dawood Khan, Babra Karmal, Hafizul Amin, and all those times. Oh, this was the city where it was pumping at that time. Plaza Hotel was a good one right here. So we're cruising through the city. And these mountains, homes on a mountain, this was called TV Mountain. Afghans basically call it Koi Tarbizun. I call it Mountain, TV Mountain. Why? Because it's pretty famous. A lot of people build homes on top of this mountain. It looks beautiful in the daytime. Right now it's nighttime, you can see flickering lights on the homes. But in the daytime it looks pretty beautiful. I had someone who lives on top of the mountain. He told me something about snakes. I asked him a question whether those houses on top of the hills, whether there were snakes. Follow us as we go along, and we'll keep recording and stuff like that. Stay with us, please. Hello, this is another famous hotel. It's a pretty expensive one too. It's called Kabul Serena. The design and the building is like medieval kind of. It looks kind of like a castle, the way it's been built. In the daytime, it looks beautiful. And I've never been inside myself, but one day, hopefully. But a friend who has spent the night here told me a story about what the design of the place it's like. It's sort of like medieval castles. It's got a pretty good living condition and stuff like that. So that's Kabul Serena. As we go towards this way, we're gonna go travel towards Shah area. It's gonna glamorous lights and everything is beautiful. We're going to go ahead and cruise towards that area. This is where some of the ministries, like let's say Minister of Foreign Affairs. This street right here is where the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is located, on that side right there. Yeah, and this is Gulbahar Center. Gulbahar Center is one of the big plaza. We're talking about all kinds of different kind of shops. Just think about anything you can find in capital Kabul, in the world. I would say anything in the world is found in this big plaza type of building. It's called Gulbahar Center. And thousands and thousands of shops are located inside there. I mean, we're talking about basically you name it, you can find it over there. I also had a friend who owned a shop. Some of the best clothing designs, electronics, technology. Basically, you name it, it's there. Gold, good watches, As a matter of fact, if I'm not getting it wrong, there might be a shop that actually sells the Rolex watches as well. Because one day I was shopping for something else, and I came across a Rolex sign on one of the things. Okay, this is we're going towards Shah now area, and Shams Bookshop was a famous bookstore over here in the corner one time. This is on both sides right here, and I used to go to this bookshop to purchase some books, and he was a pretty good famous bookshop, and one of my goals was to actually publish my book. And believe me, viewers, I will write another book apart from the one I have wrote. This will be physically my life story. I believe it's interesting. Why? Because for the past 20 something years, I've been in Afghanistan all alone without no family members. My mother passed away back in the United States while I've been here in Afghanistan. And I have a few other family members who are living there. And can you imagine how different it is from United States to Afghanistan? And the time that I came here, please follow us, stay with us, as I will continue my story. It's like between hell and heaven, believe me. Okay, this is the emergency hospital. We call it Emergency Surgical Hospital Center. This is where it's been famous for a while, actually, for a long time. Back in the days where you had a lot of casualties, and it's a pretty good operational hospital from all kinds of different emergency cases. Across from both sides of the street, you can see all kinds of shops. Talk about surveys. Some of the best surveys in Afghanistan. This part over here, I can see Seiko, Beko. This is some of them all Turkish, and all kinds of different buildings and Buffalo Kings and all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, I'm looking at all these names. Okay, this is some of the best cafes. We're talking about cappuccino coffees, very good bakeries, all kinds of surveys, walnut, pistachios, almonds, good cakes, and all kinds of different dry fruits. Some of the best dry fruits is found in these areas from service. Then we got suit tailoring, all kinds of good suits, clothing. This is another nice restaurant right here. It's called Bar Continental. Bar Continental was over here. This is Shah Park. It's a city park. And the daytime is a beautiful park, which goes all the way around. People come over here for exercise, sports, and you can also jog. Okay, that's another restaurant over there. The lights are pretty dim, but you know what? This place used to have some of the brightest lights. It's another beautiful restaurant. Stay with us. Hello viewers, and thank you for continuing with us. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce a couple of more places, few places. As a matter of fact, it's a very good weather. The weather tonight is a refreshing weather. So we're in shot in our area right now, and it seems like a dim light right now. It's not as bright as it used to be a while back ago. Let's say a couple of years ago, this place was like bright. Thus, a restaurant. It's a pretty good restaurant. Actually, I had dined there before. And this was the park. It's called the Short and Out Park. We'll make a video from a daytime over here one day. And probably come back in a few days. And here we'll make a pretty good video over here. I want to go ahead and introduce a couple of places as I keep going this way. These are all restaurants. And that's Bread Bakery. As you can see, I really wanted to be inside this park at night time, but it's closed. Might be open. Some people are walking around, I can see. It's a good weather though. It's fresh. When it rains, you get this beautiful smell, you know? And this is what the smell is right now that I'm breathing. Natural trees and everything. They have this restaurant right here. It's got pretty good food from chicken, kebab. I mean, you name it. All kinds of different foods are served at these restaurants, these places. And some of these restaurants are open late, until late at night. Some of them might even be open 24 hours, you know. Hey, the park is actually open. As I can see some people going in and out. So I would suggest that it's open 24 hours. We're gonna go ahead. Okay, that's a pharmacy, mobile. They even sell mobiles at nighttime. And some new buildings are coming up. I'd like to tell you what the name of this new building is gonna be. I mean, you probably laugh. It's gonna be called World Trade Center. This building is gonna be named World Trade Center, which reminds me of the World Trade Center in the United States. We call it karai. It's a famous dish here in Afghanistan. So this is some of the places where they sell pretty good food. I see a good ice cream, fruits, and all kinds of different puddings, ice creams, and all kinds of different good things. Let me walk a little bit over here. All across over here, you can see lights over there. And that will be going all the way to Kabul City Center. You can see down the street all the way over there. It's a vast city of Kabul. This is where they have pretty good fruit, juice, all kinds of ice creams and different things. But viewers, we will definitely come back in the daytime and do some pretty good videos for you guys. And believe me, this is just the start of our videos. We have a lot of more things to do. So please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for staying with us.